And you just listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. It covers all those aspects affecting the various regions of our nation. Bek was the Ijaw country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic genesis was at Government College, Ujeli. And
go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, some go camp, you don't compensate everybody.
In its key generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbar Dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. Some are lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet. Good day. Thank you very much for talking to people, places, and events, and to the African Center for Community and Development. What are your names, sir?
Before I give you my names, I also like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to or to be part of the program.
You're welcome.
I'm Bikoko Boots Oscar, barrister at law, solicitor, and a notary public.
And you've been practicing law for how long now?
I'm practicing law for about 10 years. I started in 2000, but then I was just an aspiring people advocate. I was very fortunate, probably intelligent, because when I got into chambers, justice law, from 3 months thereafter, the exams for entry into the bar were launched, and I came out successful. Became a people advocate under justice law firm with my principal in chambers, Barrister Bikoko Justice. 2 years later, I succeeded. In fact, I went through my training, and I also passed the exams that the exams qualify you. When you're successful, you become a qualified and a licensed advocate admitted to the Cameroon Bar Association. So 2 years later, as I said before, succeeded, came out as a full advocate, and kept on practicing with justice law firm under Barrister Bikoko Justice. Then I became an associate. He was a senior associate and I was junior associate with other juniors below us. So in 2008, I thought I was ripe enough to go solo. So we separated amicably, and I started my own office in Limbe, Newtown, Adamu Street.
And how would you describe the legal terrain in Cameroon? Is it rough, smooth, or does it have obstacles in terms of your practice?
Oh, it is always rough, like in any other profession. It is always very rough at the beginning, but you must be patient. You must be assiduous. You must wait for your time. It doesn't mean you just sit back at home without putting any effort. You must work so hard. You must work for somebody in order for you to be able to work for yourself. So for the beginner, it is rough. For those who are old, it may be rough if you've not mastered the terrain. It's a matter of knowing people, knowing procedure, knowing the law, mastering the facts of your case, and sometimes some law comes into play.
Now let's get into issues about Cameroonian law.
Yeah.
There seems to be conflicts as to the laws that Cameroon gets from outside and the laws that are created from within. And some of these laws seem to place some advocates like yourself in a difficult position
because they don't master it, or when they master it, they find it difficult to deal with these laws, especially when they are not well translated. What is your reaction, and could you please try to elucidate on this point about the dark areas of Cameroonian law that affects interpretation and application?
Yes, I'll first of all say that the first and paramount problem we have is the problem of the Bajura system in Cameroon. You know, it is well written and stated in the Constitution of the Republic that Cameroon is a bilingual, bijural and bicultural country. So the problem, you know, the majority always thinks that it can impose on the minority. You know, in Cameroon we have a system where the English-speaking part of the country is less populated vis-a-vis the French-speaking part of the country. So the intention, I don't know if it's really the intention, but the inference that you could draw from it is that the French-speaking section of Cameroon has been doing everything possible to impose their rules and practices over the English-speaking part of the country. Now, going back to the question itself, we've been having problems with the applicability of received laws from England, from Nigeria, from the US. But the Southern Cameroon's High Court law makes it clear that the laws that are to be received and that are to be applied, especially in the English-speaking part of Cameroon, should be those from England and sometimes from Nigeria. You see, the applicability has been good and fine. The only problem, as I said before, is that these laws that we receive can only be applied in the English part of Cameroon. They are not applicable in the French-speaking part. So that is why we always have this conflict, because, you know, they are under the civil law system, while those of us practicing in the English-speaking part are practicing under the common law system.
Thank you very much for talking to people, places and events, and to the African Center for Community and Development.
And you just listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. It covers all those aspects affecting the various sections of our GDP. Beth was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools. His major academic genesis was at Government College, Ujeli.
Go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, the Songo camp, you don't compensate everybody.
In its degeneration sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his poem Akbo Dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. To have lives that are eventful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some of these earthly adventures and no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.